Hi everyone, welcome along today. As you can see, afraid unfortunately the patch is back and the skin cancer came back. I've had to go back in, have it chopped out yesterday. Let's hope, fingers crossed this time we've got rid of the cancer. Fingers crossed, but that's not what I want to talk to you about today. I'm going to talk about my experience in hospital yesterday and about the coronavirus that is around at this moment in time. We're in March, if you're watching this video at a later date, and just to give you my update on things. Now, nothing seemed to have much changed at the hospital. You still had a hand sanitizer as you went in the building, and as I was using that hand sanitizer, I noticed a lot of people just walked straight past it and went straight down to the waiting rooms for their operations or whatever. Okay, I've come in, the wind's gone up a little bit out there, made it a little bit difficult to record. We'll carry on where I left off though. While I was in the hospital, just before the operation, you get those little nerves, don't you? You know, better use the loo before we kind of go on for this op. So I went in the loo and I was washing my hands, and I noticed that the flush went in the cubicle, and out comes some guy. And he rushed straight out of the toilet and down into the hospital ward. Now, he hadn't washed his hands, and I figured, well, I've got to now handle that door to get out. Put my hand where he's just put his hand, and he hasn't washed his, to get out of the toilet. So I've had to use a hand towel with loads of that sanitizer soap on it that was in the bathroom, and wash the handle with it basically to get it off, then dry it with another towel, those paper towels I'm talking about, and then I felt I could get out of the toilet door. Now this is the kind of thing we're up against here in England, isn't it? The unhygienic people that make it bad for us people that are pretty rigorous with our own personal hygiene. So, what's a good thing that may have come out of this coronavirus thing that we have? And there isn't much, is there? It's a horrible thing. But one thing you do have to look at now, and I realised when we went supermarket shopping the other day and see that all the shelves of paper toilet rolls, cleaners, soaps are completely empty. So I can only imagine, not is it just panic buying, but that the people that never used to clean or wash their hands, or maybe they didn't even use toilet paper, why would that go? Suddenly the shelves are empty. So obviously all these people that were not being so clean are now being cleaned because they're scared of catching this virus. So a kind of a good offshoot, if there is any, is that we should have a cleaner, healthier Britain. I'm sure the NHS is going to benefit because a lot more people now are not going to have flus and bugs and things like this because they're looking after their personal hygiene a lot more than they ever was before. Now it's going to have a benefit, to my mind, for everybody, because the population that are very keen and clean and want to keep that personal hygiene up are not being infected by those that aren't. Which is why I was telling you about the toilet incident and the fact that a guy just rushed out without cleaning his hands, without washing his hands. So, in a way, the one good thing that's going to come out of all of this is that we should have a cleaner, healthier Britain for a while, at least until those that are not so clean and hygienic decide to drop back to their old ways. If you think about it, the shelves in the supermarket should be empty all the time, really, shouldn't they, if we was all up to our good clean hygiene standards that we are. Now, where we left, well, we've got about one toilet roll left. Makes life very difficult. Now, back in the old days, you use a good old newspaper, one you really hate, you know, I've got a few in mind, just cut them up into squares that neatly fit a little holder. Old Isle paper comes to mind, good stuff that was. It was shiny and it never really did any good, it kind of just slid around. But newspapers, that's what has to come after the toilet rolls have run out. Cut up your favourite, and you can always cut up someone you don't like and use their face as the toilet paper, can't we? get something out of it. Oh, there goes Mo. That means someone's at the door. So I'm going to have to disappear. That was all, just a little one about that. And don't worry about my cancer. I'm sure I'm going to be second time lucky. Fingers crossed. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. Mo.